Zusar Vasar. Zusar Vasar. I'm not kidding, that is the title of this game. I would have loved to have seen the brainstorming session for this game. Hey guys, we're making a game about robotic animal chariot racing. What should we call it? Zusar Vasar? Yep, that'll do. Brian, you're getting a raise. Brian? So yeah, as I said, robotic animal chariot racing. You have these vehicles that look like they could drive by themselves, except they're attached to a pair of mechanical animals. And there are races set on the land, in the sea, and in the air. And for each type, you get 9 different animals, which can range from a deer, hyenas, lions, horses, gorillas, elephants, a kangaroo. And then on the sea ones, you've got a dolphin, shark, got a whale, got a manta, and a turtle, a sea lion. And in the air, you've got a pheasant, crows, you've got owls, and a parrot. Given credit where it's due, they sure do put a lot of combinations in this, along with the 9 animals for each task. You've also got quite a lot of different vehicles, all with their own attributes. And you can also pick between 2 different driving styles, grip and drift. And there are also around 20 levels in the game, but you have to unlock them all, one after the other. So you'll only start off with 1 track in each mode, and you have to beat that track in first, get the second level, etc, etc. The ground, sea and air races all control a little bit differently to each other, and take a little bit of getting used to. In the ground races, you use the shoulder buttons to move your mechanical animals while your vehicle at the back, or STEELSLEDGE as they call it in a manual, flops about and generally gets in the way and smacks into things. You steer with the analog stick, but going around corners is easier if you softly let go of the shoulder pads to slow down one of your animals. Even then, the steering's quite tight, so on your first few goes, you're going to hit a lot of walls. The water levels control pretty much the same, except these ones are even harder to steer, but you can't even really rely on drifting here because you just end up slipping into a wall. Your STEELSLEDGE isn't entirely useless though, as you do actually get a boost, which charges up every 20 seconds or so. After playing those 2 modes, you'd think the air levels play the same, but what the? The air mode plays completely different. You don't have to steer with the analog stick at all, instead just holding the shoulder pads and softly letting go of them left and right to turn. Unlike the other 2 modes, the controls are extremely sensitive here as well. Rather than being really tight, here the birds will go mental if you press or let go of the shoulder buttons too hard. Once you get used to it though, this is actually the most satisfying mode to play. Racing in general though is... it's that's the best word I can think of. Sure, you have plenty of levels to unlock, and there's a couple modes like the championship mode and the time trial, but while it's serviceable, it's just not particularly exciting. At this point I was thinking, I'm just going to give up on this and never play it again. But I forgot to check out this section, the battle mode. This mode is the same as the others, except it has one vital ingredient: weapons! Or as it says in the manual, weapons. You get to choose between 3 main weapons, like the shot laser, a falcon and a long laser, and you also get 8 different sub-weapons which have to charge up much like the turbo. These range from homing missiles, bombs, lock-on beams, ninja knife, and proton and lightning blasters. Now what a difference this makes to the gameplay. I mean, the controls still suck, but I mean, this turns the game from mildly boring to mildly awesome. Just look at all these lasers and bullets and stuff flying around. All you need to do is put the Statue of Liberty in the background. This would be the intro to the G.I. Joe movie. I mean, look at this. I've got mechanical kangaroos with flamethrowers. Or how about mechanical sharks with lightning? Or how about gorillas with homing missiles, or elephants with lasers? The races are far more exciting this way because you never know where you're going to end up, because even if you're in the front, everyone can slaughter you with their weapons and then suddenly you'll be in the back, or you can make your way back out the front by doing exactly the same to them. So it's almost got a bit of an unpredictable Mario Kart type feel to it. So can I recommend this game to anyone? Well, it's ugly, it's poorly presented, the controls are awkward, but there is the battle mode, which really does escalate the game from being absolutely mind-numbingly boring to, well, kangaroos with flamethrowers. So if kangaroos with flamethrowers sounds like your kind of thing, give it a go, because sometimes you've just got to let go of your high standards and just play a game that involves kangaroos with flamethrowers. And if you're not willing to sacrifice good gameplay for kangaroos with flamethrowers, then avoid it. Just don't bother. I'm not even going to mention the music. The music's terrible, but one track in particular reminds me of something. I don't have to write it down for you, do I?